What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT. I don't know why I'm doing that review. The show from July 17th, 2019. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Um, but besides that, you have your commentators in Mauro Renaro, Nigel McGuinness, and Beth Phoenix. And they're at Full Sail University at Winter Park, Florida. So the opening match was, we'll just jump right into it now. The opening match was Matt Riddle versus Arturo Rocha. I think that's how you say his name. But he's been on NXT, and also he's on the Evolve show, where it pertains to Evolve 131, which I did a review about. By the way, folks, if you haven't seen that one, check it out. It was their Evolve 10th anniversary show that they were doing. And yeah, there you go. But yeah, he ends up being on NXT right here once again. This time against Matt Riddle. And this match, holy shit, it was good. It was a damn good match to open up the show. Both men were actually doing some MMA type of moves to each other in the match, and then in the end, it was Matt Riddle getting the win after throwing up some power bombs and then doing some grounding, pounding strikes to your Rusha. Referee calls for the bell for a stoppage, which caused the victory goes it cost the victory to go to Matt Riddle, and that's how it is in MMA, and that's also we got some MMA field type of influence in this match here, where it pertains to to wrestling. Excuse me. So after the match, all of a sudden there was a masked man in the hoodie attacks Matt Riddle, and he reveals himself to be CM Punk. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't CM Punk. Because if it was, then CM Punk would not be fat, not being disrespectful to this person that attacked him, but pertains to him being large, not that large, but being a husky in a way, kind of like how Bray Wyatt was Husky Harris at the time. Just saying. Still in good shape though. But who's the person that attacked him? He reveals himself to be Killian Dain. So this is going to be Matt Riddle and Killian Dain build up a rivalry here, a feud. I'm assuming it's going to lead to Takeover Toronto, which pertains to their Takeover show. So yeah, so the being continues on Killian Dain destroying Matt Riddle with some right senton, sending him to the ring post, giving him a big lariat out on the floor, giving him some punches, kicking, and doing more running senton. They go to the stage, and there's another running senton. Only this time, the senton he gives to Matt Riddle has them going through a stage. Holy shit! Until finally, we got some officials coming out to stop it. Too little, too late, there, officials. Where were we at? But wow, what a statement there that Killian Dain made. This is the repackage of Killian Dain coming back, to being on his own, and for being after being mistreated on the main roster. Now this is Killian Dain be repackaged to be on his own, still being called Killian Dain. He still got the sanity look in his eye. He still got the sanity mindset, except it's gonna be a whole new different type of Killian Dain. That's not what for sanity. It's gonna be just him wrecking shop as a single monster, and I can't wait to see what it leads to. Hopefully, we don't see Matt Riddle losing. What pertains to a la Matt Riddle's expense. To me, I think it's too soon to do that match too. I mean, if you want to establish Killian Dain or him returning, you could at least have him attack someone else. But that's just me. We got the Street Profits, who are the NXT Tag Team Champions, and they talk about the Undisputed Era, thinking that they own the place, and that the tag titles are theirs. You know, basically to the Street Profits. Basically, Martel Force said that, but then Andrew Dawkins says that they are the champs, and if Undisputed Era doesn't think they are serious about their tag team title reigns and how they can and how come they didn't win it basically at Takeover and everything, and yeah, Street Profits basically letting on Undisputed Era know, representing Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, that they're the tag champs and they're not, and that's undisputed. There you go. It was good. In a way, it was good. We see what happened with Mia Yim beating up on Maria Shafir at the parking lot. Basically, lay her out, and I'm like, what the hell? Oh my! So basically, Mia Yim is gonna target next. I'm assuming Jessica Mendoza until she gets to Shayna Baszler, and this is probably gonna lead to their feud, their build up. I meant to say for Takeover Toronto. So basically, NXT they're ready on jumping into building up the next Takeover show in Toronto, which is gonna be in Canada, and I'm loving it so far. Mia Yim is going to be built up to face Shayna Baszler to see if she could be the one to dethrone the Queen of Spades, what pertains to the NXT Women's Championship, and then what with Killian Dain taking on Matt Riddle. I don't think that's going to be part of the show though, but if it is, hopefully it will be. But at the same time, this is a bad call here because you want to establish that Killian Dain is a monster who's back on NXT, and you want him to face Matt Riddle, where at the same time you don't want to see Matt Riddle losing, and also another same time, you don't want to see a new repackaged monster and Killian Dain losing. So that right there is why I don't like this direction or at all what pertains to Killian Dain returning. But I still like what happened with Matt Riddle. It was exciting to see. But at the same time, you could have had someone else get beaten down by Killian Dain. You know, the way I would have done it, it would have been way different. You know, I'm just saying. But I digress. Now we get to the first round tournament, or pertains to the NXT Breakout Tournament. We get Dexter Lumis, who is formerly known as Sam Shaw. He goes up against Bronson Reed, who's formerly known as can't remember what his name was now. And here's the thing too, folks. My first time seeing this guy too. Bronson Reed, very, very impressive. As far as this match was, it was decent. Bronson Reed, he wins the match. Here's the thing. I was not expecting him to lose anyways, because of his size and everything. He looks like he could be monster truth. He looked like he could be a big monster to ruck shot on NXT, and he showcased it right here. I mean, Dexter Lumis, he showed something in here too, but wasn't enough against this big monster. I mean, he wasn't that big, but once you see how he looks, man, he's a killer. But he won with a big splash off the top rope onto Dexter Lumis, which took a lot of air off him. Deflated him in a way, and gets 3 count in the win. So yeah, he advances to the next round of the NXT Breakout Tournament. And there you go. Now, what's this tournament going to lead to? What pertains to them winning the tournament? I don't know. They haven't really announced that. They didn't really explain about what happens when they win the tournament. But we'll see what happens with that one. When they win basically whoever wins that tournament in a way. So, but that's all I gotta say for that. Kathy Kelly, she interviews Tyler Breeze, what pertains to Tyler Breeze having a losing effort against Roderick Strong. It talks about how he he seems like that everyone in NXT has a group, and he needs to find some friends of his own to start a group. And also that's when the Forgotten Sons shows up, and they tell him, this is NXT, and I say to myself, yeah, he knows it's NXT because this is where he came from. So that was stupid for them to say, and it wasn't Jackson Riker. I'll tell you that one thing. It wasn't Jackson Riker who said that. But Tyler Breeze asked, Cutler if he was Buddy Murphy, because Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake were tag teams, and he basically mistaken. He looked at Steve Cutler and mistaken him as Buddy Murphy, which makes no kind of sense. It makes no sense in a way because Steve Cutler doesn't even look at he doesn't even look at Buddy Murphy. So I didn't understand that at all. But whatever. But Jackson Riker gets in the face of Tyler Breeze. He has that intensity look and all that because he is intense. And the others were hyped up before Jackson Riker as Tyler Breeze walks away and it says, guess what, boys? I've seen everything. And that was it. So we'll see where that leads to. I don't know what it's going to lead to. I guess we'll find out in the future. Or the next NXT show. Who knows? Speaking of the next NXT show is going to feature Io Shirai, the new, an improved Io Shirai, with her being a heel and her looking more evil, and with a new theme music, new Timetron. Hopefully we see a new ring attire look for her, and also a new entrance attire as well with the mask, But we'll see. I'm excited for Io Shirai being a heel, and she's going to go up against Casey Katazaru, who is the girlfriend of Ricochet. So we'll see how that turns out. I think that match is going to be good, by the way, folks. I guarantee that that's going to be a good match once we get to that match. For those who watch NXT. Because, watching NXT must be a bad thing, because, if you don't watch the main roster, then you're a bad person because you watch NXT and you watch other federation promotions, wrestling show, whatever, that just has nothing to do with WWE, Raw, SmackDown, right? You're a bad person for that, Weird people. That's what they are. But anyways, we get Kushida versus the returning Apollo Crews, and the crowd erupted when Apollo Crews came out. Well, when they first heard his music, but when he came out, that's when they started cheering him more. Man, the way this crowd chanted on Apollo Crews, it felt like he was, it's like the type of reaction you would hear from the Attitude Era. It was that big of a deal for Apollo Crews. And Apollo Crews looked happy being back there. Can we keep him there, please? Because he looks happier being on NXT than the main roster. So yeah, so he goes up against Apollo Crews goes up against Kushida. Ends up being a good match. And in the end, I knew that Kushida was going to lose, but hey, at least Apollo Crews was allowed to have a longer match than he ever had on the main roster, and he did against Kushida. So Kushida gets the win with the hoverboard lock, but they're calling it something else now. It's called Sakuraba lock. Whatever, right? But Kushida gets the win by submission win, and there you go. Hopefully Apollo Crews can stay. Just saying. Kathy Kelly, she interviews Keith Lee on how he feels about his NXT runs has been going on so far. He responds by saying he has some start and stops, but when he got all he heard about his opportunities, he was going to give them, he was going to be given to him. And says that it's like more he's been passed over by other new guys, and now he have an 8-man tournament with the winner getting a future title shot. Oh, yeah, that's right. Of course, I forgot, folks. The NXT Breakout Tournament. Whoever wins that tournament gets the a title they're choosing on NXT. I forgot about that. My apologies. Yeah. Um. So thank God that more pertains to Keith Lee for reminding me about that, because I kind of did forgot about that. But so he says he says that also something he didn't get a chance at as well, and then also he talks about Damian Priest, and basically that's going to lead to a match between these two guys, because unfortunately we can't have Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakovic, because Dijakovic is out from injury. So what's next? What's gonna be what's better than that? Another guy who's also athletic, like Dominic Dijakovic, and that's Damian Priest. And can't wait to see how that match is gonna be built up, and see when that match is gonna happen. So yeah, actually, folks, now that I remember too, this match is also gonna be on the next NXT show. Keith Lee versus Damian Priest. So there you go. I guess we don't have to wait that long to watch the match. you know. All right, finally we get to the NXT champion Adam Cole, baby, and he basically was gonna have his what they're saying, his first title shot. I mean his first title match. But I guess they're saying the first title match on NXT TV. I guess that's what they're trying to say. But at the same time, there was other events that Adam Cole defended the title. House shows, Evolve, but whatever, right? I digress. But anyways, so Adam Cole he cuts a promo about doing an open challenge, that, and he chose one of the wrestlers that he met, from where Gargano the same wrestler that Gargano met from that gym, from his hometown, and it was Twan Tucker, the one who met John Gargano. Basically they show a video footage of that and everything, where Gargano had him hold on to the belt, when Gargano was champion at the time. So Tucker came out and says, he didn't come alone. And then John Gargano comes out and beats up on Adam Cole, and they start fighting from in the ring, outside the ring, into the crowd. And then the fight to continue on between Adam Cole and Gargano from the stage, from the alleyway to the ring, and from the ring there, Adam Cole was put into the Gargano lock. I mean the Gargano no escape, meant to say, and we get referees try to break it up and everything, and then until finally they did, and Gargano and Cole, there are a few. I guess it's going to continue on to Toronto. Basically what pertains to take over Toronto. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. And yeah, there you go. About Twan Tucker wasn't there after when Gargano came out. So there you go. So yeah, and there was no title match that happened. Because Gargano came out there and beat up Adam Cole. So that being said, talking about wrestling for NXT, the show from July 17, 2019. It was 3 matches, I'm assuming, that happened here, or 5 matches. Oh, I'm sorry, 4. I think it was 4 matches. Okay, no, actually it was 3. It was 3 matches. Because again, we would have a 4th match on there if John Gargano winner came out there and beat up on Adam Cole. So it was actually 3 matches. And my overall rating for the show my overall show rating for the show, I'm gonna go 6.5 out of 10. And with that being said, I'll go 7 out of 10. Good show, especially where it changed to Killian Dain returning and beating up on Matt Riddle. And then the whole thing with Io Shirai. Oh, I'm sorry, not Io Shirai. Mia Yim beating up on Maria Shafir. Basically the weak link of the four horsewomen. Just saying. But there you go. And that being said, thank you all for watching, folks. For International Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your WWE NXT review. Until next time, take care, folks.